Okay, so I'm taking the 3 times 5 is 15. I have the 2, which is setting next to it. What operation is implied there?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. That's why I want to leave this in parentheses, because if I drop the parentheses and wrote 15 and 2, then it's going to look like 152. And that's not what it's intended to be. Then plus, again, we have this 2 setting next to the parentheses, so that's implying multiplication. 15 then minus 3 is 12. Now I have some multiplication. So 4 plus 15 times 2 is 30. So I'm working this part. Then I'm going to work this multiplication is 24. And then work left to right. 30 plus 4 is 34. Plus 24 is 58. It does require some space. If you want to do well on these, you'll take the time to work this process out. There's little bits and parts that you can kind of join together, and as you get more comfortable with them, you can combine a couple more steps. But to do these well, to start off with, it really requires that patience of working through and showing your process and your steps. You'll be way more successful with it that way. All right, this problem we have 2 sets of parentheses, so we'll just simplify inside each of those. Start here, 8, and then this times 20 minus 3 is 17. Inside the second parenthesis, we have multiple parts. What do we do inside the parenthesis? Does the order of operation hold true inside the order of operation as well? Yeah. Once we go inside our parentheses, we start the order of operation from start again. Now inside this parenthesis, we just have addition and subtraction, so we work left to right. So 17 minus 11 is 6 plus 3 is 9. So you can see I did those, kind of combine that step. Do I have any multiplication or division? Don't I have implied multiplication between those and those? And this is 136, and you could use your calculator for that, plus 5. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 5. And then again, don't automatically do addition first. Don't combine these two and then subtract it. It's left to right once we get to addition and subtraction. I saw that on the last test as a number of people were doing the addition parts first and then subtracting. Just work from left to right when you get to this point. So that's 118 plus 5 is 123. Again, with the use of calculators, that should make it, you still need to show the process, but the arithmetic should be very easy using the calculator. Now here we have multiple parts, multiple. Say that again? Right. We're going to look at, here's our big symbol of inclusion, our bracket. It's kind of the smaller one. Our first set of symbols of inclusion is our parentheses. And then it gets a little bigger, we use those brackets. And if we needed to go even bigger, it'd be the braces. So when we look at that bracket, inside the bracket we have parentheses. And so inside the brackets there, we start our order of operation again. So we'll end up taking our parentheses, 5 minus 2, we'll work that out. 14 minus 2, work that out. And then we'll have to simplify. So let's take a look at that. Can I go ahead and write 24 minus 2, combine those, make that 22?
No.
Why not? This is a common mistake amongst a lot of pre-algebra students. Carlos?
Are you going to do parentheses first?
You have to do parentheses first, but what's taking place here between 2 and this parentheses? That's times, isn't it? That's multiplication. Don't we have to do multiplication before we subtract?
Yes.
So we cannot combine these two until after we multiply that through. But we can't multiply that through until we do what Carlos said, and that's get all the other stuff simplified. So I'm going to rewrite that. 24 minus 2. Inside brackets. You said 5 minus 2 is 3. 14 minus 12 is 2. Plus 3. Now see how much simpler that looks if you just rewrite it? The arithmetic there, Kenny, wasn't a whole lot more difficult, but now it's simplified down a bit. We still need to focus
18.
inside here. What are we going to work first inside that bracket?
Multiplication.
The multiplication. So I'm going to rewrite 24 minus 2 still because I can't do anything with that. I have the multiplication of 3 times 2 is 6. So I have 6 plus 3, and that makes that 9. So 24 minus 2 times 9. Now can I do my multiplication?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that bracket simplified down. 2 times 9 is 18. So 24 minus 18 equals 6. Okay. Again, I know as a student, I used to watch my teacher and go, boy, that looks easy. But my pre-algebra or my algebra teacher was very, very good at showing the steps on the board and keep it clean and neat. And that's what I try to do for you. If you start skipping steps, if you don't put your parentheses, if you leave things off, it can get really complicated looking. All right, one more of these here. Again, I'll circle this. We have the big bracket, so that's what we want to focus on here. What are we going to work first inside there? It still looks pretty complicated inside that. But what are we going to work first? Still work the parentheses first. There's parentheses inside that, so we want to simplify it down first. So I'm going to rewrite this other stuff. I'm not going to combine this 3 minus 2 because 2 is being multiplied by whatever I get here. So bring down the 3. Then I have a 3 plus 12 is 15. Minus, and inside this parenthesis I have multiplication, so 5 times 2 is 10 times 3. Okay, we're still looking inside that bracket. We have 2 multiplication pieces. 3 times 15.
45.
Okay, good. 45. 3 times 10, 30. And 33 minus 2. 45 minus 30.
15.
Good. 15. And hopefully 2 times 15, that should be in all of your repertoires. You know what a repertoire is, Caleb? It's kind of like your notes in your mind, your knowledge of what you know.
What did you say, my comprehension or something?
Because repertoire sounded cool at that time. Okay. So 33 minus 30 is 3. Are you following me? At least able to follow me through the steps on the board. Okay. All right, this is throwing in division, but we just do division in that multiplication step. So, order of operation, do we have any parentheses? Yes. So we need to simplify that, so I rewrite everything else. I'm taking the time to rewrite it just as it is so I don't forget something or do something silly. Now, do I have any multiplication or division? Yes. I have a division piece here, multiplication piece here, multiplication piece here. If you remember when we wrote notes, again, it doesn't, even though I list multiplication first, we can do division first because we do whichever one shows up first from left to right. So this division piece is first from left to right, so we'll do it. Yes? That was the final answer? Okay, we'll see. So 12 divided by 2 is 6, plus 12 minus 6.
Oh, so, okay.
What'd you do incorrect there, just to know?
I didn't know that was subtraction.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. So then
23.
we can work across is 11, plus 12 minus 6 is 23, minus 6 is 17. Yeah, you're right. Okay, before you get up, first row, make sure you have your paper ready. We're going to do a couple of these on clickers, but you're going to need some notebook paper, so get that notebook paper out. First row, go ahead and go up and grab your clickers. There's a clicker that's not up there because I've got it at my desk. So just if you, whose would that be? Caleb?
Wait, what?
Here, there's one missing out of 5.
Okay.
So grab like 22 or something of that sort. back, remember to go on around next time, please.